That's right, Planet Zoo officially has a new DLC coming next month, or at least it's going to be unveiled next month at the next Frontier Unlocked. Yes, so today we actually got so much information in the Frontier Unlocked, based for both Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster 2 as well. So we're just going to jump right into it all and kind of talk about it. First up on the chopping block is Planet Zoo, of course. I am predominantly a Planet Zoo player, so that is what I care most about. So already we have news on the console versions of the Oceania DLC and the Eurasia DLC. So many animals, so many in fact that I am not going to take the time to name them all. That's a little jab at how Frontier was treating these two packs, which it was a little disappointing to hear. I'm not gonna lie, to hear about like 30 minutes of Elite Dangerous news and like, oh wow, this is so cool. Look at all these new minings that we can do, and we can even refine materials now. But Planet Zoo just got, like, you know, the shaft, and we didn't even get mentioned about, you know, what animals are in the upcoming DLC for console players. I don't know. It was just a little weird, but I'm excited for it nonetheless. I mean, console players will finally get to play with the kiwi, the little blue penguin, Wolverine, Wyson, Swan, all that stuff, which is really good. I'm super excited for console players because they get to finally use that stuff in the Oceania set. Oh my god, you guys are gonna love that. But what most people really probably care about is the upcoming DLC for Planet Zoo PC players, and eventually console players, I suppose. We don't have any information on what it is just yet. I was kind of hoping for like the Palace Cat tease, of which we got, like, you know, for the Zookeeper's animal pack, but we're gonna be finding out next month in the March? Yeah, the March. I was about to say Nintendo Direct, but the Frontier Unlocked. So that's going to be very interesting to hear what that's going to be. This waiting period just feels like so long. Oh my god, it feels like forever since we got last news for PC players. But that is all fine and dandy. That is very cool. Again, I just wish that our bearded friend treated our Planet Zoo community just a little bit better. I don't know, it was just kind of weird. But hey, we could always be F1 fans, you know? Am I right? Okay. Moving on from there, let's talk about Planet Coaster 2. This is probably going to be the biggest thing in here. So obviously Planet Coaster 2's February update just came out, so that had like the video billboards, it had speakers, and all of those really cool, like, you know, custom stock coasters and stuff like that, which is going to be cool, or at least it currently is cool. I haven't played Planet Coaster in weeks because I've been just completely busy as of late, so let me know if you enjoy that stuff. But really, what we're here to talk about today is the Western theme. Not DLC, because they're not going to sell it to us. They are going to give it away for free, which is very cool. So yeah, they said it's going to be at least 200 pieces, and from the trailer, which hopefully I'm playing over here right now, you can see that some of them are returning pieces. Really hoping we get some upscaled versions of these older pieces, I suppose, because, you know, they might show their age just a little bit too much recently. But it all is very cool to see, you know, Planet Coaster get some free updates like this. Not only that, but we're also getting some improvements for like the rafts and stuff. We saw a little bit of that on the live stream today, which is really cool. So they're actually going to be a little bit more dynamic depending on how you make your slides, which is very cool. Guests can jettison off the flume so you can make like giant ramps and stuff. Maybe if you're like more of like a let's game it out kind of guy, you can make these torturous little parks for your guests, which I think might be kind of fun. But yeah, that's really it. I kind of tuned out of, like, you know, the Planet Coaster 2 stuff, because what I really care more so about are like the bigger attractions, kind of like, you know, themes and stuff, because that's really what brings me back to playing the game. And absolutely I will be playing the game once that Western set is out. Oh my gosh. But one of the things Sorry, wow. One of the things that I did see that I'm very excited for are the restaurants coming to Planet Coaster 2. These are completely interactable with guests, so they walk up to the little counter, and then they kind of just take their food and go wherever. It is a really cool system. I'm so excited for Planet Coaster to be able to have that in here, because I feel like restaurants are much more of a kind of, you know, theme park thing than a zoo thing. I feel like, you know, any theme park would need to have a restaurant, but you can have a zoo without a restaurant, maybe just like QSRs or something like that. But it is really cool to see that, and also the Frontier Workshop extra features are really cool that we can see in the roadmap right over here. That's just going to be so cool. I can't wait for that. And it looks like they're splitting it up into like different acts and stuff, which is kind of interesting. So Act 1 for all of the Planet Coaster kind of maps for the career mode will be available in sandbox mode, which is really cool. It's going to be able to play with like the island maps and stuff like that. Maybe that Greece map too. It's going to be really awesome. I can't wait for that. That's like, it's a small stuff that really feels like a victory, you know? But beyond that, it seems like they're constantly improving the game with like the smaller things rather than the big things, which I can't really hate on, because as it stands, Planet Coaster 2, as, you know, just as a base game, is a fairly decent game. I mean, I had a ton of fun with it. I have a couple 100 hours in it already. But yeah, I just need more content specifically. But I know a lot of other people have their issues with the gameplay and, like, you know, the mechanics and how it doesn't work sometimes. Completely understand that stuff. And I'm happy to see that it's getting fixed, if that makes sense. So that's definitely good. But yeah, that seems to be the bulk of the kind of interest over here. Again, I really wish Planet Coaster would invest in DLCs. I think it's just not that smart to not sell us DLCs. Like, I don't know. I feel like money is on the table right now, and yes, it is great that they are fixing a game, but also I fear for Frontier as a company if they're not selling the DLCs for the game that frankly needs DLCs to stay afloat. But that's really my opinion. I don't really know. I'm not the CEO, so I really have no opinion over there. But I don't know. I'm just excited to see what this bodes for in the future, because currently there is an update planned for May, which is going to be very cool. I'm so excited to see what they have in there. And it seems like this roadmap, I feel like I haven't talked about the roadmap just yet. It really is awesome. Like, this level of transparency is so cool to see from Frontier themselves. They did it with Elite Dangerous too, but again, I don't know. Elite Dangerous just seems like a spreadsheet simulator to me. But it really is awesome to see how they're planning ahead, and it feels like these features are coming so much quicker than they ever did in Planet Coaster 1 and Planet Zoo. So it's just so cool to see, like, this level of commitment from the devs on that. So it really is awesome to see them bridge that gap. But of course, no Planet Zoo PC reveals just yet. Again, I really wish that we at least had, like, one animal, maybe just a little taste to give us, like, a little bit of what do you call it? Hypotheticals, like, speculation, whatever you want to call it, yeah. Really wish we had just a small taste, but that's totally fine. I'm so excited to see what this bodes for in the future for both games, honestly, and I would call this a pretty good stream. I just wish that they, you know, treated Planet Zoo with just a little bit more respect. But with that being said, that is pretty much it for today. Let me know what you guys have to say in the comments down below. Are you guys excited for this, like, Planet Coaster update? Is this going to be enough to bring you back to the game? Are you excited for next month to have some Planet Zoo news? I know especially that I am. With that being said, take care, have the most wonderful days, and we'll see you all in the next video. Take care, bye-bye.